All that money, and y'all niggas can't get it right. This is downright stupidity. This is what happens when you call yourself wanting to sign somebody, help somebody, but you helping out the wrong people. In the beginning, it might have started off right, but look where it ends up. Pooh Shiesty, Big 30, Pooh Shiesty's dad, and a couple of others have been indicted by the feds for the Gucci Mane stick up. For those who don't know, and you just now pulling up, hit the like button, hit subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hype this video up. We're going to talk about a legendary rapper out of the ATL who's been through a lot of stuff, streetwise, business-wise, everything else. What I'm trying to put together was what was the reason for Pooh Shiesty treating the situation as such. Gucci Mane put millions of dollars in your pocket. I don't know what happened, but a situation took place where allegedly, this is what the feds is unveiling, that Pooh Shiesty up to AK-47 at Gucci Mane made him sign a contract to release him from the label. And other people that was with Gucci Mane got robbed. Now, one of the guys that was with Gucci Mane was an off-duty police officer. There's speculation going on that Gucci Mane told, and I find that hard to believe. If those don't know, rest in peace to this guy, Pookie Loke. What's up, Anna? Double tap the screen for me. Rest in peace to Pookie Loke. Gucci Mane was involved in a situation years ago where people tried to rob Gucci Mane and somebody lost their life. Shout outs to you from Spain, all the way from Spain. All my peoples out there. All my Latino people, salute to y'all. Double tap the screen for me. Yeah, Gucci Mane was involved in a situation where people lost their life, and he went to court. He ended up beating the case in self-defense. So me seeing Gucci Mane telling on a robbery, that's not happening. I don't believe it. But what was true is that Gucci Mane's security, one of the guys was an off-duty police officer. That didn't stop Pooh Shiesty and his pops in him, and his pops should be held accountable to the T because you got your son gassed on being a criminal instead of, hola, como está usted? Yeah, I got half Puerto Rican children. But as a parent, you shouldn't be encouraging your child to be in the streets. But what's being said is Pooh Shiesty's father was involved in something. We're going to listen to the Department of Justice out of Dallas, Texas, because I guess that's where this happened. But we're going to get into it and check it out and see what they're talking about. Pooh Shiesty is fucked up because that crime happened when he was out on house arrest, home monitor, ankle monitor, on a case that he was looking at a lot of time, but they let him out early. See, this is the shit that bothers me with these rappers, right? Because this is some of the dumbest shit that these rappers be doing. And then They want to act like they're innocent, right? So we're going to listen, and I'm going to let y'all listen to what's going on, okay? This is what we're going to do. We're going to let y'all listen to what's going on, and then you can put your input in. You can talk. You can do whatever you want. Let's get into it.
In charge of FBI Dallas. And we will have a brief question and answer session after their remarks. Please identify yourself by your name and your media outlet when asking questions, and confine the content of your questions to today's press conference. At the podium, joining Ryan Raybould and Jeremy Wright is Executive Assistant Chief of Police with the Dallas Police Department, Terrence Rhodes, Assistant U.S. Attorney Robert Withers, Assistant U.S. Attorney
Daniel
Demers, and Assistant U.S. Attorney and Violent Crimes Chief.
We do care because there's a lesson in everything.
And with that, I'll turn it over to Ryan.
Good morning.
Max the King,
I'm
what
Ryan
up?
Raybould, the U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Texas.
Jacqueline, what's up?
Thank you for coming. This week, 9 individuals, including well-known musical artists, kidnapped and robbed at gunpoint numerous victims at a music studio in Dallas, Texas. 8 of the 9 were arrested yesterday in Dallas, Memphis, and Nashville. These individuals who are charged and arrested include Lontrell Williams Jr., also known as Pooh Shiesty, Lontrell Williams Sr., Rodney Wright Jr., also known as Big 30, Kadarius Waters, Demarion Gibson, DeMarcus Glover, Corday Johnson, Darian McDaniel, and Terrence Rogers has not been arrested yet, but will be soon. The complaint alleges that on January 10th of this year, 3 music industry professionals traveled to Dallas for a scheduled business meeting. Lontrell Williams Jr. arranged this meeting purportedly to discuss the terms of his recording contract with one of the victims.
He set the whole thing up. So he's labeled as the mastermind. When you're labeled as the mastermind, it's like you being a kingpin in a drug organization or a mafia boss. They're going to get hit with the RICO.
As alleged, once these 3 men were inside the recording studio, Williams Jr. and 8 co-conspirators, several of whom traveled from Memphis, Tennessee, executed a coordinated armed takeover. As alleged, Williams Jr. produced an AK-style pistol and forced one of the victims to sign a release from the recording contract at gunpoint.
Gucci
the
man.
remaining conspirators displayed firearms and robbed the other victims of Rolex watches, jewelry, cash, and other high-value items.
That's an automatic RICO. Pooh Shiesty, Big 30, his pops, and everybody else down with that whole situation. They basically telling y'all the RICO has been issued in this indictment without saying it.
One of the victims was actually choked by one of the defendants to the point of near unconsciousness. Defendant Wright barricaded the studio door with his body to prevent the victims from escaping.
That's kidnapping. A1 felonies. Kidnapping is a minimum of 15 to life in New York, but in Dallas, Texas, you fuck around and you could get life.
The ringleader of the conspiracy, Lontrell Williams Jr., was on home confinement at the time of the offense, as alleged, for a prior firearms conspiracy charge and conviction out of the Southern District of Florida.
Yo, Pancho V77, you right. His first day back, they gonna look at him and say, yo, you had an opportunity, a second chance at life, and you go back and do the dumb shit. Just like I was saying to Daniel, this is the lesson for all the young niggas and all the young ones that want to be gangsters in the street, that thinking that going to jail is something to glorify like it's a badge of honor. This is an example of stupidity at its finest, influenced by an adult that should have took charge and handled the fucking situation different. Pooh Shiesty's father should have been the one talking to Gucci Man on some father man-to-man shit. You know, the young dudes, they quick to go off of emotion. It goes to show you that the adult in the whole situation, the adult in the whole equation had little or no sense than the young ones.
Towards the end of his prison sentence, he had been granted home detention. Part of the terms of his home detention were that he would not commit another federal offense or possess a firearm.
They gave him an opportunity to come home on house arrest, and they said, your restrictions are you don't commit another federal offense. And what he does is he conspires with a couple of other people, including his pops, to commit a federal offense. You're a felon, a federal felon at that, in possession of an AK-47, allegedly. And everybody else around you had pistols. Your pops is a felon. I'm pretty sure a couple of other cats in that crew was felons. So y'all basically just said, fuck the law and how y'all gonna do it. I understand, because I used to think like that until I racked up them felonies. And now that I understand that I'm more valuable in these streets, catching is gonna stop me from producing companies and brands and getting money. And I'm not sitting in nobody's fucking jail cell over no rap contract. That's the dumbest reason to go back to fucking prison, because you couldn't handle it a different way. No matter what was said on the phone, Gucci might have said he wasn't letting you go, but that's what you got a fucking father for. Your father was supposed to approach that man, not all you niggas. Now who gonna help y'all? Because let's be real, a lot of people going to disappear now. You niggas is looking at life in prison. Everybody ain't going to stick around for life. Yeah, it might be in the beginning, it'd be free y'all again. But at this moment, what sense does it make screaming free a nigga who was free already and then he does dumb shit to go back? Some of you niggas love jail. Some of you niggas love the street glorification and the gangster card and the gangster profile so much that y'all will throw y'all fucking life away and go to prison. It's not making no sense. And y'all young and dumber and dumber by the years. This should be a lesson to all you wannabe drill rappers and gangster rappers and everybody that thinking that jail shit ain't real. What y'all gonna do now? Y'all gonna forget about Pooh Shiesty in about a year? Because he ain't gonna be, we gonna be making music from the Bing. All them looking at life in prison, federal prison. And they brought up that situation that happened in the parking lot where he allegedly boomed somebody in the parking lot, robbed them and all this other shit. Like, they got so much shit. See, the feds is gonna let y'all bury yourself. Y'all thinking that y'all competent. All right, y'all get a bail. The feds will let y'all go. Because they know y'all gonna do some dumb shit just by looking at your profile and the crimes that y'all committing out here. And most of you guys are giving up your own information and building your own cases on yourself when y'all put these rap videos out thinking that y'all telling the truth is gangster. Telling the truth on YouTube and Instagram is going to get y'all federal sentences.
His father, Lontrell Williams Sr., is alleged to have helped plan and execute the federal kidnapping.
Dumb. That's all I got to say about that. I would never encourage my son for me and him to go out and commit an A1 felony that could fuck around and put us in jail forever. What? If my son was a multi-million-dollar rapper and famous rapper with all these exotic cars, rich, mad money, there's no fucking way I'm gonna allow my child to end up in the streets again after he dodged a lengthy sentence in the feds. You was allowed to come home on fucking house arrest and you commit your motherfucking, allegedly commit this crime at a place where you say you work at. Because every rapper say that the studio is their workplace.
Commit another federal offense or possess a firearm. His father, Lontrell Williams Sr., is alleged to have helped plan and execute the federal kidnapping as charged in the complaint. And as described further in the complaint, within hours of leaving the Dallas studio, a number of the defendants were on social media displaying some of the items that appeared.
The dumbest shit I've ever heard or seen in my life. You niggas just committed a robbery, and y'all minutes after y'all allegedly commit the robbery, I ain't even gonna say allegedly because the feds got it. Y'all got to be the dumbest niggas on the planet. Because right after y'all commit the robbery, y'all go to fucking social media and put the fucking items on social media. This is where we start to see where all these mental defected kids, and I'm not making fun, these quote unquote drug addicted born babies, the undeveloped brains, this is where we starting to see all this shit happen. When you got young rappers who got millions of dollars doing dumb shit like this. Free K-Flock, free D-Thing. I heard, quote unquote, they saying that K-Flock might come home soon, but I don't know. The way this shit is set up now, they making examples out of all you young niggas that's out here freestyling, and then y'all making videos and y'all putting this shit up on YouTube and social media. Nobody's telling on y'all niggas. Y'all telling on yourself. Y'all doing this shit where cameras are everywhere in the United States now. There's nothing that can be done outside that ain't recorded. You got people recording this shit. Innocent people on the walk by recording shit. So, niggas, y'all need to wake the fuck up. If you still playing in the streets is over. There ain't no money in it. There ain't none. There is no fucking money in this shit, bro. Y'all niggas is playing in the streets. I was in the streets in my early ages, but I gave that shit up because I had kids and I made 2 fucking magazines, man. One is a beauty magazine. The other is a promotional magazine where I promote artists. I'm promoting this as the next hip hop magazine since XXL. We don't have magazines to promote the hip hop no more. Niggas is just watching YouTube and watch all these young cats tell on themselves and then got the nerve to say somebody snitching. Yeah, somebody snitching is you or the motherfuckers that's around y'all that's doing shit. Listen to this shit.
Within hours of leaving the Dallas studio, a number of the defendants were on social media displaying some of the items that appeared to be the jewelry that had been robbed from the victims. The charging document outlines some of the evidence, just some, establishing the defendant's roles in the federal offense. This is as follows. Electronic monitoring data placing Williams Jr. at the offense location, which would put him in violation of his home detention conditions. Cell phone records and license plate reader data corroborating the coordinated travel of multiple defendants from Memphis.
These niggas didn't learn from the old Block 6. They didn't learn. Y'all really ain't learned from the old Block 6? In these cameras, they can read your license plates. And y'all niggas is committing offenses with your phones on you. Stupid, undeveloped brains. That means y'all don't think these motherfucking governments and these government agencies got technology to find out shit through your fucking phone. Why you think they make smartphones, smart TVs, all this other shit that contains the word smart? Because they're telling you they're smarter. Stupid. Listen to what the feds is talking about. Y'all listening? All you young niggas that pay attention, are y'all listening? I want y'all to listen.
Conditions, cell phone records, and license plate reader data corroborate.
Let me rewind this back a little because I need y'all.
That appeared to be the jewelry that had been robbed from the victims. The charging document outlines some of the evidence, just some, establishing the defendant's roles in the federal offense. This is as follows. Electronic monitoring data placing Williams Jr. at the offense location, which would put him in violation of his home detention conditions. Cell phone records and license plate reader data corroborating the coordinated travel of multiple defendants from Memphis, Tennessee to Dallas. Rental car records confirming Williams Sr. rented a vehicle that was used by the group. Surveillance footage.
He wasn't even supposed to be in Dallas. Pooh Shiesty wasn't supposed to be in Dallas at all. Y'all thinking this shit is a fucking joke, right? Y'all keep thinking it's a game. And they gonna slay y'all, man.
From the offense location, a nearby office supply store, and a hotel where several of the defendants stayed following the offense. Fingerprint evidence as well that was recovered from the crime scene, matching at least two of the defendants. Social media posts by defendants displaying what appears to be.
These niggas got to be the dumbest. You right, T Mills. These niggas got to be the dumbest niggas alive. The dumbest niggas alive. Pooh Shiesty was tracked by his ankle monitor. They all was tracked by cell phones. The fucking father rented the car, one of the cars that was used in the situation. The surveillance cameras all over the city. Well, I don't know how these motherfuckers thought they was going to duck those. Calculated phone conversations. These niggas committed the robbery and went on social media after that. These are the #1 all-time world's dumbest criminals. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree, bro. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't. If you don't, tell us why, but keep it respectful. If this don't go down as the all-time #1 world's dumbest criminals, my name's no game.
Stolen property just in the days following the offense.
My name's not
Greyhound bus records confirming the travel of.
Niggas was on Greyhound. Y'all niggas was doing the most. By the way, this show is sponsored by Zagraba. If you ain't got the Zagraba, then you ain't smoking good grabba. All that other shit is just burnt leaves. Go follow this on www.zagraba.com. Place your orders. But this shit, yeah, all these young niggas, man. All these young niggas just, I think that's the new wave. The new trend
multiple defendants from
Dallas. The new trend is to tell on yourself. If you in the street and you doing criminal activity, why the fuck are you making videos and rap songs admitting to it? Y'all niggas think the feds are stupid. Y'all in the videos with weapons and saying they prop guns. Y'all put everything else on the internet. You got to put when you go get the prop material to use for the videos.
To Memphis the day after the offense. The victims in this case came to Dallas to conduct legitimate business, and they were met with firearms and violence as alleged in the charging document. This case should serve as a warning to others who believe that using violence and intimidation tactics to rob others in our community is a viable way to conduct business.
If you out there committing that type of shit in Texas, that's the wrong state. And all them native people out there in Texas that got you believing that shit is wild and they ain't really doing shit, this might be the first step in the whole movement.
I'm here to say that it is not, and that if you choose to do this, we will, together with our law enforcement partners here and the other ones in the Northern District of Texas, will bring you swiftly to justice. I want to thank the FBI Dallas Violent Crimes Task Force, the FBI's Memphis Resident Agency and Nashville Field Office, the Memphis Safe Task Force, the Dallas Police Department, the United States Attorney for the Western District of Tennessee, Michael Dunovit, and AUSA Greg Wagner, the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Eastern District of Texas, my dear friend and colleague Jay Combs, and the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Middle District of Tennessee, including my colleague Braden Busek, for their outstanding contributions in this multi-jurisdictional investigation and prosecution. I'd also like to highlight the extraordinary work. None of this happens without the extraordinary work of our AUSAs in this office, and I'm here to say we have the best AUSAs in the entire country. That includes AUSAs Robert Withers, Claire Demers, and my violent crime chief, Jeremy Fugate.
They letting y'all know that they about to serve these cats.
This case really underscores the importance of standing up for crime victims, no matter who they are or where they come from. And the incredible collaborative, investigative partnerships that we have, not only in the Northern District of Texas, but across the country. And we are all working together to make our country safer. So thank you for being here today, and I'll answer some questions after my colleague here speaks. But now I'm going to turn it over to him, and this is Jeremy Wright, who's the Dallas FBI Assistant Special Agent in charge.
Yeah, thank you, Ryan. Good morning, everybody. As Ryan said, my name is Jeremy Wright, Assistant Special.
He looked like one of them focused FBI agents. Like if you in his motherfucking department and you scheming on some shit, he looked like one of them bulldog
Agent in charge for FBI Dallas. As United States Attorney Raybold said, we're here today to announce the arrest of several individuals in the Memphis and Nashville, Tennessee areas, as well as one here in Frisco, Texas. These arrests are the result of a violent kidnapping of 3 individuals here in the Dallas area. The majority of those arrested did travel from Memphis to Dallas to commit that offense. Our office collaborated with multiple law enforcement agencies and other FBI offices to carry out this investigation that ultimately led to these arrests. So I'd like to thank the Dallas Violent Crimes Task Force, Dallas Police Department, the Memphis Safe Task Force, Memphis, Tennessee Police Department, and the Shelby County, Tennessee Sheriff's Department for helping with this investigation. Violent crime does remain a top priority for the FBI, and we dedicated significant resources from here in Dallas FBI, Nashville, Little Rock, Birmingham, and Atlanta FBI offices to investigate and successfully arrest these individuals. We remain committed to investigating violent crimes like these. No matter who you are, we will fight every day alongside our partners to make our communities safer. So, thank you.
And we have time for some questions. If you would just identify who you were with and your name would be helpful. Yes, sir.
Kevin Reese with WFAA.
Hi, Kevin.
It may be in the release that you're going to send us, but can you be more specific to who these victims are and a specific location of this studio that you were talking about?
I'll answer the last part first. Yes, it'll be in the complaint, and we're happy to get you a copy of that. It's now unsealed. It was off Dallas Parkway in Dallas, Texas, a music studio. That's what's identified in the complaint. As far as victims go, we won't get into at this time who the victims are or not.
Case with the Dallas Morning News. Can you describe the injuries suffered by the 3 victims?
So one of the victims, and this is actually in the complaint, and we'll get you a copy as well. There's a photograph of the injury. Looks like there's some abrasions on the neck and arm.
What?
Can y'all spell life? Because that's what they about to fucking get. Life. Kidnapping, A1 felony. Armed robbery with the intention to cause bodily harm or damage, another A1 felony. There's really no way out this situation. They got them pinned by their phones, house arrests, rental paperwork, social media posts, Greyhound bus tickets, and them telling on themselves. There is no way for this to be going the way it's going.
You were still seeking one suspect, you said.
One of the individuals that's been charged has not had his initial appearance yet, but agents are actively working to locate and bring him to court.
Yeah, I wanted to touch on that actually. Eric Bushman, KRLD. Since there's one person you're still trying to come in, I guess it's not the arrest, it's initial appearance, you had said you're trying to work out. Because you're going public with this, are you afraid at all that that's going to hinder initially getting that individual in?
Agents are working to find him. The complaint has already been unsealed, and a number of these defendants have had their public hearing already, their initial appearance, and so it's already out there that this individual has been charged, and so that information is in the public record. But I trust that the agents will be able to identify this person and find them and bring them to justice. Of course, that person can turn themselves in immediately.
Two questions. This is Jason Vidas from Houston. So the initial incident happens in January 10th. We're here in April. Can you describe the timeline and the length of time, why we're talking about this now? Because it sounds like these arrests happened recently. And then the second part of that question, did all of the arrests happen yesterday, or were they happening over the span of time that we're talking about?
Yeah, good questions. I'll start with the last part. 8 of the 9 happened yesterday, and then we're still working on one more. And that was, again, a lot of those.
Tyrone, now you saying that he's snitching, we got to wait for the report to come out. But what I was understanding is that one of the people that was with Gucci Man when that shit happened was an undercover police officer. Now, Gucci, did he hire him with security? Or did he warn the police ahead of time that something bad might be happening because he don't trust Pooh Shiesty in him? Did Gucci Man snitch? Tyrone, make a YouTube. Bring that proof to the forefront. Show me. I mean, I don't know. I don't know until I see the paperwork presented. But what they're saying is, 8 out of the 9 charged. But the person, one of the people who was with Gucci Man was an undercover cop. Now, I don't know if Gucci is working with the police, because a lot of these rappers, they hire the police as their security. Let's not forget this. Let's not forget that some of these rappers, we take it back to Snoop Dogg and them. The Death Row niggas had police as their security. Are we not remembering? Are we forgetting on purpose? You might be a Pooh Shiesty fan. Nothing wrong with supporting Pooh Shiesty, because I support Pooh Shiesty. I like his music. I got a Shiesty mask in here that says Free Pooh Shiesty on it. But this right here, they put their own self in this situation. And I guarantee you, somebody in that clique that got arrested, them 8 out of 9 people, one of them is going to talk. I put all my money on it. Somebody out of that whole unit is not going to jail forever. This is how rappers are doing it. And I ain't saying the rappers is going to tell, but somebody's weak in that whole unit. I'm telling you. The numbers is just too much for not one person to fold. Facts.
Happened in Memphis, one happened in Nashville, and we're working now with our Georgia counterparts to get the last person brought to justice. Do you want to ask another question, follow up to that?
Actually, I forgot yet to come back later.
Okay, and remind me of your first part, sir.
We had the initial incident on January 10th,
Yep.
here April 2nd. Can you describe and kind of characterize why that amount of time passed before the arrest?
Well, that was one of the reasons I wanted to list off some of the evidence that has been uncovered to date. A lot of this was subpoena.
I'm going to talk about something real quick before I let him continue. The situation that happened with Pooh Shiesty in the parking garage of a parking lot somewhere, not a garage, it was a parking lot somewhere, where 2 people was boomed and a robbery allegedly happened. Pooh Shiesty was arrested for that, and that's why he was able to come home on house arrest. They was already, see, it started off as something crazy, right? And if I'm not mistaken, Pooh Shiesty was in the feds for the time he was until he came home on house arrest. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but they was watching him the whole time. They was watching Big 30 when Big 30 was all over social media beefing with Moneybagg Yo. They was watching these people the whole time. The rap police was watching them. Once you become a rapper, you have no privacy unless you're inside and you're not on no electronic device. But these rappers have to go on social media and show niggas how real they are. Yeah, we just booked this nigga. That nigga's bussy. That nigga's this. That nigga's that. Look, nigga, come get your chain back. Get it back in blood. Da, 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 da. Now look, stupid. It's stupid. Because what did that just prove? That you a dummy that will come back out here on house arrest and commit another federal offense after you was on house arrest for one. When you on house arrest from the feds, they're watching your every movement. Then situations are happening. The shit's on camera. All the feds got to do is look at your ankle monitor, look at the scene of the crime, and get all the surveillance footage from around the area. They don't have to do the footwork no more. They can watch the fucking TV screen and see what niggas is doing.
Work, search warrant work, and things like that in order to develop the investigation. And so the agents here with me, the agents out in the field, it takes a little bit of time to identify who did this offense and build a case so that we feel comfortable bringing the charges. So actually that's pretty quickly for a federal case of this gravity and this nature. And so I'm very proud of the investigative work, and it will continue from this office as well as our FBI and our local.
The feds, they say when the feds come, no freaky. You ain't beating them. No freaky. When they come, when they pull up, you're not beating them. They didn't have to do too much work. It's all on video. From the surveillance footage all over the places. And these dummies on Instagram and making rap videos and putting it on YouTube. Stupid nigga.
Police department.
They self-snitching.
Charges, these arrests, how serious are these crimes? What do these people face?
They're facing a range, so there's no mandatory minimum in this case. It's a range of punishment, and it'll be in the province of the judge, whoever gets the case. But it could be from 0 all the way to life imprisonment. And as you know, a lot of what will guide what's called the sentencing guidelines will be the individual's previous criminal history, the fact that one of these individuals committed the offense while on home confinement, so actually serving a federal offense.
That right there is going to get Pooh Shiesty about 30 years. Then the kidnapping charge is going to get him an extra 15 to 20 years. Then the armed robbery might get him 5 to 10 years. So they might give Pooh Shiesty 50 years. I'm just doing my own math. Pooh Shiesty might be looking at life in prison. His pops is a career criminal, got real bad charges. He might be looking at life in prison. Big 30, we don't know what's up with you, but you might be looking at 25 years. And the rest of your peoples might be looking at 25 and change. I'm telling you, somebody's going to tell, bro. Gucci ain't snitching. Them niggas told on theyself. And then on top of that, the feds got all shit. So they just gonna look at all the telling that these niggas did through rap videos, through Instagram and all that other shit. And they that paperwork to it. And that's when they're gonna get smacked with the mallet sledgehammer. Pooh Shiesty's sentencing guidelines gonna be through the roof because the feds do a point system. And he was on house arrest from the feds on a previous charge. So that's a disrespect, a smack and a spit in the face of the federal government. You don't think they're gonna make an example out of Pooh Shiesty? Pooh Shiesty gonna be the first rapper to get life. He ain't gonna be the first rapper to get life. But he gonna be a elite list of rappers to get life in prison.
Assuming that individual is convicted, that will be an aggravating factor for sure.
I was curious, I know you're being quiet so far on the victims here, but could you at least least tell us, outside of them being local artists, were they aspiring artists? Are they known locally or even nationally? Can you at least tell us that?
I'm not going to get into the victim stuff at this time. I think that more will be coming out there that will help clarify, but I'm not at liberty at this stage of the investigation to disclose that.
And then can you describe the operation to conduct all of those arrests? I imagine they were in different places. Maybe they all happened around the same time. I'm not sure.
I'm going to hand that one off to my colleague here, Jeremy Wright.
Yeah, thank you for the question. It requires a lot of partnerships across multiple jurisdictions to be able to conduct simultaneous arrests in a manner, to not alert other folks and to do it safely. So really, it's just a coordinated effort. And fortunately, we have great relationships here locally with Dallas PD and our other partners, as well as other FBI offices have the similar relationships. Memphis is unique. They have the Memphis Safe Task Force there currently, which was kind of a help in a lot of this. So it's really just coordination and pre-planning.
And a follow-up to that. So were all of the arrests in Memphis or?
No, Memphis, we had one in Frisco, Texas yesterday morning. The rest were in Memphis. And as the U.S. Attorney said, we're actively pursuing the final arrest.
Yeah. Did you have another question, sir?
Thank you, Joe. Just mugshots, is that going to be out somewhere when we can get that?
I think that becomes public record, but I'm not sure. If I could follow up with you right after, Catherine, if you would get to make sure that we get that information over there. Thank you for coming. If there are any further questions, I just want to underscore the importance here in Northern District of Texas of vigorously prosecuting violent crime. And a couple days ago, I did a press conference in Fort Worth, Texas, but it just highlights the collaboration. The state, local police are some of our best friends and best partners. Chief Como is a dear friend and partner of this office and has been fantastic for us, working with some of the best in the business, the FBI. And I'm just really honored to stand shoulder to shoulder with the men and women in my office. So again, we look forward to prosecuting this case vigorously. And if you have any further questions, feel free to reach out to Catherine Miller. Thank you.
They're finished. It's unfortunate that these guys be having opportunities to make all this money and then do dumb shit. And I don't want to buy into that bullshit that once you in the streets, you can't get out. That's a bunch of bullshit. You can get out the streets without cooperating with the police. You could just walk away. And there is a thing called self-defense. It's not valid in New York, but in certain states, it's valid. You don't have no felonies, possess firearms. You have the right to bear arms. If you have felonies, hire you armed security staff that's legal. If you a rapper, ain't nothing wrong with you getting undercover police officers to be your fucking security. Because God forbid, your opposition or your enemies take a shot at you, you don't go to jail for nobody getting shot. Your life still goes on free, protected. I'm not into that glorifying, don't have them niggas as your security. Nigga, it's not legal to possess no firearms in New York. So if you a New York rapper, you basically have no other choice. Or you could get some armed security staff. There's armed security cats out here that's licensed to protect because that's their job. Rumor has it, allegedly, Yo Gotti's name is attached to this because Pooh Shiesty's dad allegedly was given money by Yo Gotti to try and make that happen. You're right, Mulch Man. We don't know what country singers do. There's a lot of coded shit going on everywhere, you know? There's killings everywhere. I'm just saying. People are going to do that type of shit. But at the end of the day, going to jail for long periods of time, maybe life, is not something that you glorify. Wanting to be looked at as a gangster, and the real gangsters are free, making millions of dollars, using their gangsterism as a positive influence to show people that gangsters can make a lot of money. We ain't just reckless and fly off the hinges. We're intelligent people. Shout outs to all the intelligent gangsters out there. The ones who know that being in jail for the rest of your life is the most dumbest thing you could ever imagine. That shit is not fly. That's stupid and ignorant. Some people grow up and raised by people who are their parents, and these people who became parents are just so lost that they didn't give a fuck about the kids that they made and the future that they was trying to have. Ain't no way in hell Pooh Shiesty was supposed to come home from federal lockup on house arrest and be involved in no shit like this. He gonna get the most time out of everybody. And now, 8 out of 9 people sitting in the fucking federal lockup, one of them is gonna cooperate. One of them is going to cooperate. And it makes the matter even worse. We might hear about crimes that they was involved in we ain't even know about. Somebody's gonna tell it. That's just the nature of that game. And if you smart enough and you out in that game, understand that this is the shit that happens. It might be time for you to get up out the fucking game. Find a new game to play. Or just don't play no games at all. Too old to be sitting in jail. Y'all see what the young boy Queso's pops did to his own son? Will Pooh Shiesty's father do that too? I'm just asking. Nine lives are about to be destroyed. Ain't no cat in that group, because a cat has 9 lives. All the 9 lives is knocked out in one charge. And these are some serious ass felonies that they're facing. To the youngins out there that's trying to follow this image, that shit is a fraud. That shit will get you 40 years. And a lot of you niggas can't do no jail time. There never was a code. Mulch man, there never was a code. The streets was a facade. That game and that lifestyle was fake. It was a smoking mirror. That's why I call my show Smoking Mirrors. When you tired of being gassed. That was a bunch of smoke to manipulate our kids, manipulate the loss, and see how many souls you could take with you. Look at Little Dirt. That bragging about what the fuck y'all doing. I thought the gangsters didn't promote the dirt. Because if you promote the dirt, it's going to get in the hands, in the eyes of the law. Gangsters is on one side, the law is on the other. The nature of the game is the law is to chase the gangsters and catch the ones they could catch. Nowadays, the law don't even have to chase you niggas no more. All they got to do is watch your social media. Y'all niggas are showing, right. You're right, Mulch man. But they don't want to do the shit. They want somebody to do it for them. Y'all young niggas got to get out of that. Y'all not little kids no more. They giving y'all jail time. You don't see this shit? They giving you life. They giving you life. Salute to Mark Edwards, mouse on the check-in. Hit the double tap the screen for me, bro. Yeah, we talking about Pooh, Shiesty and them finished. You young rappers that's glorifying this shit, look at all the rappers that came out that made their names, from D-Thing to K-Flock to Dougie B and all these other people, 22Gs and Coach the Ghost, man, salute to all them and prayers for them and their families, because they going through some shit because they didn't have nobody to look up to. Niggas wasn't telling them what they was doing was stupid. They had a bunch of yes men. And we don't really know how they was coming up. The feds don't give a fuck how you brought up. Their job is to put your ass in jail if you fucking up. That's fucking up bad. To come home on house arrest from the feds and commit a kidnapping, armed robbery, possession of a semi-automatic weapon, military style. What? Robbery. All A1 felonies that could possibly get them life, all of them life in prison. They might get hit with. It's definitely because they said it was planned. So that's a RICO. They don't want to reveal that these dudes ain't looking at nothing but life in prison. All them crimes in one. They had the Alabama FBI district, the Tennessee district, the Memphis district, and the Dallas district of the feds on this shit, bro. When you got that, 4 agencies alone, that means a lot of people was invested in this shit. They did a lot of research and they found out a lot of shit. Old shit piling on, new shit added on. These niggas is looking at the bottom of the jail. You young niggas, wake the fuck up. Stop listening to these motherfucking rappers. These rappers is sending y'all to the bottom of the jail. Not, you ain't even gonna get a cell on no tier fucking with these rappers nowadays. You gonna get the bottom of the jail. You gonna become the foundation that the jail is built on following this shit. And a lot of these rappers is exposing that they really was gassed to be like this. The money made them do it. See what the rap labels and the contracts do? If they ain't putting out that type of music, niggas ain't giving them no money. Bring back the conscious rap. Bring back the rap that made you dance. Bring back the rap that made you feel good about listening to the rap. Not all this deaf shit. This deaf shit is taking you to the morgue or it's taking you to the fucking prison cell. Matter of fact, you ain't getting a prison cell. You gonna become the found. They about to get their own piece of land where the jail's probably freshly built and they going. Pooh, Shiesty, he better be careful. He knocking on ADX's door. He's knocking on the Fed's maximum security lockdown. Perk Franklin, you right. No, I'm saying they gonna build the jail on top of them now. They became the cement foundation. They gonna build the jail on top of these, on top of them. They gonna be the first 9 cats to make their own federal prison. It's going to be called the Dummies Prison. The prison for dummies. Y'all young niggas better leave them drugs alone. Y'all going to wake up sober in a prison cell and they going to say y'all ain't never getting out no more. And a lot of you niggas going to start crying. Y'all like being outside. You can't drive the McLaren no more. Can't drive the Maybach no more. Can't wear all that nice jewelry. Facts, Perk Franklin. Pooh, Shiesty and Big 30 about to sell all their jewelry. All that jewelry about to get sold for the lawyers. And if the other niggas that was with him don't got no money, that's out of luck, man. Finito, finish, you heard? All that money, all them videos, all that good living, whether it was rented or not. You had opportunities to live in $1 million homes. Niggas is walking around with $250,000, $500,000 jewelry, millions of dollars of jewelry on. Nice ass watches, fly ass clothes. Gold. Niggas fucked all that up. A lot of y'all rappers now is making all this money and y'all fucking it up. Give a conscious rapper all that money and see what the fuck they do with it. These record labels know exactly what they doing. I did a vlog on this before. When I heard about the suspects, I said, nobody is that stupid. Then I heard they were from Memphis and remembered the geniuses on First 48. Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly what the fuck going on. They just made the First 48. The stupid version. Will Pooh Shiesty's pops take the Queso's pops route? They saying Pooh Shiesty's pops was they called them Slime Senior. Well, all y'all fans better get y'all money together and get ready to start sending it in. That's the dumbest shit. These cats is the dumbest cats out, man. It makes no sense. It's really sad because niggas ain't learning. Y'all watching other people go through shit. Y'all watching other people do this and do that and get booked for it, and you niggas is still on the timing. Y'all ain't even trying to be smart about it if y'all still on that timing. Niggas went on the jukes with their phones. Terry Joe, chain nigga, your whole life fake. Your whole life fake. So we gonna get you out of here. See, we don't mind that. I don't get into arguing with people. This chain is very real. You want to go to the jeweler with me? Weirdo. Get off my dick. No freaky. It's this chain, nigga. Don't worry about my chain, you weirdo. I own 2 leagues up here, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? Fuck is you? See, I hate when weirdos get to talking, nigga. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? Fuck is we talking about here, nigga? Fuck is we talking about here, nigga? Now back to what I was saying. This is all legal bread too. This is legal bread, nigga. Legal bread here. But the shit is not cool at what's happening because a lot of these rappers are watching a lot of these other rappers go through federal indictments, getting locked up, and niggas is continuing to still walk that path. When this shit gonna stop, niggas gonna wake up and understand the feds are sitting back. They still watching. And they waiting. And if you still want to be a gangster, they got a place for that. Streets been dead. And if you a person that's coming up and it's 2026 and people that ain't put you on to what the streets is doing, then you want a crash course for a federal indictment. You're going to bypass the state. You're going to go right to the feds. Feds ain't playing. You want to be in a group and y'all niggas want to be on social media with all that hype and all that activity like you niggas is really out here committing these crimes, they going to believe y'all. Low kill, salute, double tap the screen for me. The feds are going to believe y'all niggas if y'all out here acting like y'all about that life. Their job is to believe y'all. Their job is to build a case now. Now, once you get the attention of those type of niggas, it's hard to get out of their sights. So now, all that shit that y'all online talking and doing, and then the feds are sitting back like this. Your name in big letters. On this date, they dropped this video talking about this. Okay, we're going to investigate crimes that happened that's relatable to this. We're going to check our data banks and see if any of these rats are talking about crimes that were unsolved in our city or anywhere else. And they're going to watch you, and they're going to watch you, and they're going to watch you. They're going to give you the warning shot, right? Which is they're going to pick your ass up, and they're going to give you 5 years. You're going to do 3 and some change, maybe 4, and come home. Facts. You're going to do 3.5 to 4 years. This is the warning shot that the feds give us. They're going to catch you and put you in court and offer you this time. They're going to make you plea out because, let's be real, a lot of people can't beat the feds. They have a 98% conviction rate. Might be higher, might be lower, but it's higher. They're going to make you plea out. You're going to take the 5. You're going to do close to 4, maybe 4 years and 4 months. You're going to come home. You're going to be on federal parole. You're going to do what you got to do in the eyes of being free. And you're going to get off federal parole, and you're going to think that these niggas ain't watching you no more. And they're going to be watching you. And you're going to get out here and be dumb and pop these pills and drink this legal dope. Y'all make fun of the motherfucking people who be leaning, the dope fiends who be sniffing the bag of H, but y'all popping perks and y'all motherfucking sipping promethazine and activists and all this other shit, whatever y'all drinking, that purple drink or whatever drink is legal dope. That's why y'all be out here scratching and leaning and looking like zombies because y'all doping. And some of y'all that be using this shit y'all ain't supposed to be using, promethazine is used medically for people with respiratory problems. Lil Wayne developed seizures because he took too much syrup. Y'all niggas forgot Lil Wayne. We almost lost Lil Wayne. Salute to Lil Wayne. We almost lost Lil Wayne when he was young, fucking with the legal dope. What makes y'all niggas who pop perks and sip that drink different from a dope fiend in the street? Y'all niggas is running around here bugging out for it. Y'all gotta have it. Y'all niggas is addicts. And being an addict on that shit could fuck around and get you life in prison. These niggas is going to the federal jail. The federal jail is damn near year for year. So if you get life in a federal courtroom, that means you are never coming home again. Niggas don't think shit is real out here, huh? You don't think shit is real until you in a fucking cell at calling home asking for somebody to send you some money or send you some food or come visit you, right? Why y'all niggas gonna wait until you in a cell calling home to ask for some money when you could be free, enjoying your freedom and making some good money. Y'all niggas is thinking backwards. Y'all want to go to jail. That's stupid, y'all. Who's going to wake the fucking kids up, man? Y'all young niggas need to pay attention. Jail is for stupid niggas, man. Jail is for dumb niggas. Even the niggas that's coming home from jail doing 10, 15, 20, 30 years and glorifying what they was doing in jail is stupid. Because you did majority of your fucking living in prison following the rules when you could have been doing that shit free and living a great life. A lot of you niggas could have been rich by now. There's a lot of smart, intelligent, athletic motherfucking people locked up in prison. Some of them didn't have no motherfucking role models or nobody in the hood to look up to, because let's be real. In the hood, nigga, ain't nobody rooting for you, nigga, unless they really genuinely show you they rooting for you. Other than that, in the hoods everywhere, it could be trailer parks or whatever, nigga, there's a lot of hatred going on. And there's so much of the wrongdoing being done in the neighborhoods that's the shit that's glorified. I'm gonna be real. The drug lifestyle, it captivates a lot of people, but now it ain't even the drug dealing lifestyle no more, because that aspect of the streets is over. Now everybody want to be a killer, bro. Everybody want to be a killer. Everybody want to have the most bodies. Everybody wants to be considered the most dangerous person on the land. You know what they do to those type of people? They put you in a fucking cage in the middle of the Colorado mountains for 23 hours. Just imagine being locked up in your bathroom for 23 hours a day, and you gotta be in there for the rest of your life. Y'all young niggas want to know what that jail shit is like? Go lock your ass up in the bathroom and don't come out for 90 days. I mean, you gotta do everything in the bathroom for 90 days. That's your rec center. That's your bed, your bath, and beyond for you niggas who live like that. And for that 1 hour, we'll slide the phone through the bathroom door, and you only got 10 minutes on the phone. But you got to pay for the phone calls that you making. Y'all sure y'all want to live like that? That's not how you want to live, B. You young niggas, y'all don't want to live like that, man. If you got some young niggas and you want them niggas to know what, and they ain't trying to listen to you, they want to listen to somebody else, show them this motherfucking video, B. And tell them that I'm telling them that it's not no fucking game out here. They gonna put your ass away for a very long time. And y'all young niggas is catching a lot of time now. It ain't even the old niggas, it's the young niggas. Y'all catching lots and lots of time behind bars, bro. Y'all niggas is becoming old men in prison. Y'all going in as teenagers, and y'all coming out damn near 40 and 50 years old, bro. I know about 4 young cats right now. 3 of them already going through it. 25 years at 19. Nigga ain't coming home till he 44. One ain't coming home till he 50. There was one up in there right now. He went in when he was 19. He got about 30 in, almost 30 in right now. You don't know, Reese Hurst. The feds came to my crib and I did time. I did time, nigga. My peoples had to pay $200,000 for the bail. We had to fight from the street, and it cost my peoples another 30,000 for a lawyer, and we still went up and did 3.5 years. Don't tell me what the fuck my life about. You don't know me. And I'm here to let the young niggas know that ain't it, nigga. What timing you on? I preach to whoever the fuck I want to preach to. You tuned into my page. If you don't like what I'm saying to wake the motherfucking kids up, get the fuck off my page, bro. Respectfully. I'm here to let niggas know that the shit ain't no fucking joke. And you sitting here playing games. You one of them type of people that will condone and entice and encourage the young ones to be dumb. Goofy niggas like this, man. You know what I'm saying? It be weird shit that be going on. Because I can, Reese. And I'm going to drop another one for you. Watch. How about the get out of here bomb? That's how you, the get out of here button. I just dropped the get out of here button while you dropping the M bomb because I can. How about I just give you the get out of here button? Yeah, get out of here. We gave him the get out of here button. We talking realness, and this dude want to come and play. It might, it's a, you know, we know we gonna get that type of energy from people who don't want people to wake the fuck up, bro. He's lost, whoever that person was. Because I ain't say nothing wrong the whole time. And it be people like that I ain't even gonna say nothing about that person, man. That's just the weird shit that be going on when people be trying. It be the interruption. He probably one of the people that condone the bullshit. He don't know nothing that I've been through. Feds came and locked me up. I blew an NBA career, my nigga, because I wanted to play around in the fucking streets. Yo, Mark Edwards can vouch what I'm saying. I was one of them dudes in my town that really put in that basketball work and could have went pro, but I let the streets convince me that the streets was the shit, and it wasn't, and I caught a Fed case, my nigga. That shit really woke me the fuck up, and I'll refuse to let anybody's child that's coming up after me that'll listen to some real shit. I'm gonna give them my life and let them know that none of the motherfucking people that was in the streets was there and had my back. Me and my brother went through that shit just with our mother and father. Those was the only people in our fucking corner. When we turned around in court, we saw our mother and our fucking father. Nobody from the streets that was running out there with us thinking that the shit was cool. Niggas just wanted to be around me and my brothers because we was them athletes, them star athletes. I played against Skip the Malou, Shamgar Wells, Stephon Marbury, Garnett. I played against Mark Blunt, Elton Brand. I played against all these dudes and did some work and really put numbers up. For 3 years, I played only 3 years of high school basketball, but it was varsity basketball. Freshman year, I broke my ankle, so I had to sit out my freshman year. The last 3 years of my high school career, I averaged 20 points, 15 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks a game for 3 years straight. Niggas can't talk to me. Can't talk to me. I had a triple-double against St. Anthony's up in Springfield, Massachusetts at the first Hall of Fame, Coca-Cola Hall of Fame Classic Championship game My school was in the first games championship. We played against St. Anthony's. I had a twisted ankle and still ended up with a triple-double, but we lost to the #1 team in the country. I had 8 motherfucking Division I prospects. I was the only one that was really somebody on my team that was doing their thing. I carried my team. So at the end of the day, I'm letting these young niggas know that street shit is fugazi. That street shit is a lie. That street shit is bullshit. That street shit ain't gonna do nothing but hurt you and your family. That street shit ain't gonna do nothing but try and get you killed out there. That street shit is not for none of us. Especially if you came from a good family like a lot of us. Yeah, times was hard, but that's where you found out your character. Because when you was growing up as a young shorty and you could remember, this is what a lot of cats can remember. That's what they say. They grew up rough. They shit was rough. How the fuck you get through it? You seen your mama and your dad kept it pushing. Or you saw your mama kept it pushing. So you saw strength, nigga. That gave you strength. And you kept pushing through it. That's how you made it. The streets ain't make shit but a bunch of fucking lost, stupid niggas. And I was one of them for a minute. But now I got 13 companies of my own. I own a store. Had storefronts, but I'm beefing with the city that I'm from because my brother was killed by the police in the city that I'm from. Bless his heart. We still fighting for that. So my life changed. That street shit, bullshit, nigga. And my life was changed before my brother was unalive, slaughtered by the police. So a nigga can't tell me nothing, man. But on another note, shout outs to everybody that tuned in. I appreciate the love. We talk about the real shit here. This is not your average podcast. This is not like them other podcasts. We waking niggas the fuck up out here. Appreciate you, Mouse. We waking people up out here. If you ain't staying awoke and you ain't trying to wake up and understand that, nigga, you ain't a casualty of no war, bro. You ain't a product of no environment, bro. Stop being a dollar for the system. The system is already taking enough money from you if you're working or if your peoples is on government assistance or whatever the fuck you think. Stop giving these niggas more money by ending up in these private prisons. The more you end up in a cell in a private prison, that shit goes to somebody private. That shit don't go to the city or the county. That goes to a person who invested their money to build a prison over here to put your ass in it. And every time you go in that motherfucking prison, you anywhere between $18,000 to $50,000 a year for somebody who's sitting back in their crib like I am, watching their computer, saying, oh, we got another entry. Oh, there's another entry. Oh, there's 10 entries. Oh, the jail is full. Oh, we got to build another one. This is what the fuck these jails are. These jails are owned by private people that sit back with their family and just say, come on, guys, it's Friday. It's time to watch this computer and see how many people we got in jail. Niggas becoming laughing stock of other people's lives. Making people rich you don't even know. So they like, come on, family, it's time to sit down. We watching this. Oh, we got 100 people in here in the last 3 days. That's $1.8 million. The whole family jumping up joy, bottles popping, they pouring champagne, and you sitting in they fucking cell hoping that you survive. Then they build another one. Now they got your cousin and them in the other one. You doing 45 years in this one, and they doing 50 to 60 years in the other one they built. And it's a never-ending cycle. I appreciate y'all for checking in with me today, man. If you're new to the channel, man, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell that lets you know when I go live every time. Because every time I go live, we talking about that real shit on this channel. Smoke and mirrors. When you tired of being gas, make your circle a dot. Keep your grass cut. Watch for the snakes. Be observant of your surroundings. But most importantly, stack chicken, y'all. Till next time. Yeah, yo, wake these little niggas up. Share this video. Hype this video up, man. Boost the algorithm. This is a real channel to where we talking to our young niggas, man. Y'all old niggas, y'all had y'all turn. How many young niggas can we change and show them that you can open up your own shit and be successful? Peace and love. Love us.